Yo, what's happening, everybody? We're live, I think. Drop us a message in chat if you can hear me. It's just me tonight. Cheeky Otter, the man himself. Hickey Cat, also known as Tom, is, well, there's no easy way to say it. He's got COVID. So, we're wishing him a speedy recovery, of course. So he's taken a well-needed nap. What is going on with the chat, though? I'm seeing the messages pop up. They're looking very strange, and then they're disappearing. But we have a couple in. Vidux, good evening. A Lock 44, what's up, guys? Hello. Yeah, what is going on with the chat? Let's see if we can make it look. It's hiding messages. And let's see if we can change the. No, I don't know what is going on. Will will Ardapt not DNF this race? Hopefully, man. Let's get through it. The spicy cough, yeah. Sad weekend. Rooting for you, Ardapt, yeah. Max fan, pfft, no. Lewis Hamilton fan for sure. Maybe. Why is that chat disappearing though? That's the real question. I'm just gonna do some jiggering and see if I can fix that. Let's see if we can launch it. We're just coming in now. While we load in, let's take a quick look at the standings. That's right, I have everything ready. Yeah. Oh, I think I messed up. So as you can see the standings here, we got Vidux strongly in the lead. The two Mercedes just pretty clear in front. So obviously, if you haven't already seen, we are racing in Japan. What am I doing? I'm adding a. What? I've added an image called chat. That's not how this works. Oh, and we're in. Alright, we're gonna do this nice and quick. Let me get this chat sorted so we can see everyone's comments throughout the race. Alright, hopefully we should be getting everything. Yeah, we're good. Alright, who's that heading out? Of course it's Aladdin, surely. Yes. Man, I want to race Japan. Japan's a tricky one. Yeah, this first section. Oh, don't want to be messing it up. So we'll expect to see some form of mistake at some point. Like I say, it is a brutal track. I'm just, while we're getting people coming through, changing some settings. Yuki is life. Oh, dude. Yuki's been doing so well. It was a huge result. Just while the drivers are coming around. I went to see Hamilton, not Lewis, but the musical, last night, and I thought the race started at 11:30 Melbourne time. So I got home and I was like 20 laps in, and I saw, spoilers by the way for anyone that hasn't seen it, I saw Daniel Ricciardo down at 15th or whatever, and I was like, what happened? I was so surprised. I had to go back and watch the start. It was brutal. Anyway, so we have Aladdin coming around. Let's get the data up as people like it with the telemetry, the lap data, and the full track map. And let's see what Aladdin has in store for us. So yeah, this is, like I say, a tricky one. The curves here are pretty lethal. Not that one, but these ones. You don't want to be touching them. And it's all about engine braking. So ideally, I think you go down into fourth for this one. Okay, maybe there's a strategy I'm not aware of. But pretty tidy so far from Aladdin. Short shift up there, nice. Now this is a tricky little hairpin with some possibility of overtakes. But most of the overtakes are going to be down that main straight. It's quite a weird track, this one. I think it's the only track where there's like a underpass, almost like a tunnel, where you come back over the track. Yeah, it happens right there. This is all flat out, as we can see Aladdin is doing nicely. Big braking zone. You want to be cutting that. Oh, wait a second. Deku was out first. Oh, apologies. I'm so used to Aladdin being out first that I just defaulted to it. So the two Willies have set times. Deku with a 129, O10s with a 129.4 in the Ferrari. We've got Westhoff just crossing the line with a 129.8. Who have we got next? Studification of 132. Adapt with a pretty good time. Now with Studification, no. So V-Dux pops straight up to the top, 128.7. Geez, they're coming in thick and fast now. Gares pops over the line. We've got Valhalla coming across in 6th. A few people still on their way around. Who's coming around the start? So I think we have we've just missed somebody. That was Sinker. These are all out of sorts here. It's all happened too quickly for me. Sinker's just crossed the line with a 130.2. Pentagonial, a 130.6. So we're seeing a lot of the 130s at the moment. HK, let's check on board with HK, who has invalidated, so we'll maybe be going around again, although he's still burning energy. Could just be looking to put some laps in. Catino also crosses the line with a 130. Deku coming back in now. We should see HK set a time. No, we don't. So that was just a warm-up lap that HK invalidated. Using that engine braking, like I was saying, very nicely. Running it wide on that curb. I feel like you just stay in 5th for this whole thing. 6th is not really necessary. Down into 4th here. Don't mount that curb. That's some scary stuff. But all good so far. Let's bring up our sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors, by the way. Sully's Shirts, Shutter Media, and Sim Racing SA. Oh, well, even though I don't have COVID, I still have a cough, so if you hear me go quiet, that's probably why. So HK putting in an okay lap, but not seeming to be all too comfortable going around like on the limit here. mounting a couple of those curbs that you just really don't want to. These ones you can. You really want to chuck it over those ones. Oh, okay, pitting. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is so sad. That is so sad for HK. Dudification does not know what to do. Let's see Dudification's point of view. Go round. Go around, Dudification. Go to the left. No, go round. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Good job. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, look, that's really rough for HK. Just a little snap of the oversteer, and you can see what it does. This is a real tricky track. We can see Loggy Bear struggling on those curbs too, taking it real cautious. Is up 4/10 on their previous time, but still struggling on those curbs. Bit of a lock up there. So yeah, it's proving to be a tricky one. I mean, there's a second between 1st and 9th right now. Yeah, or 10th really, so could be that we have a bit of a fight on our hands here. Loggy Bear definitely not on a hot lap though. You should be flat out here. We've had a yellow flag. Who was that? Aladdin maybe? Yeah, possibly. Aladdin, of course we've already seen Aladdin, so we don't want to follow on for another lap and jinx him. But we have V-Ducks now crossing the line, or about to cross the line, going real wide. Trying to maximize the straight line. Is possibly gonna... No, okay, Sinker is aware of what's going on. Good job. So here we should hopefully see the way you want to do this. I mean, I feel like 7th is really unnecessary through here. But 5th and 6th is all good. Keeping it tight on the exit, good. Chucking it across there and across here. Short shifting up. It's looking pretty tidy so far from V-Ducks. It's to be expected. Is currently in provisional pole. Is hoping to improve on that time. Let's see how they do at the end of Sector 2. Oh, that rhymed. 7th is interesting through there. It is, isn't it? I don't know that that's really necessary. I feel like 6th is pushing it. You can pretty much just do the whole thing with maxed revs and keep the car really stable in 5th. A bit whack that is. He would lose so much time. Yeah, there's a bit of time to be gained from there. Does improve, but only by what was that, 7,000ths of a second? So, yeah, it definitely has room to improve on that Sector 1. Who else have we got? So we got Westhoff here coming through the middle of Sector 2. Yellow flags out everywhere. People hopefully being responsible and letting people by. Although we look to have... Ooh, so Westhoff possibly with a purple Sector 2 there. Really mounting those curbs. Just takes the inside a little too much and invalidates. So might be looking to go again. Does seem to be. We'll see their approach to Sector 1. This is really tricky to get out of the way through here. See, keeping it in 5th there, maxing the revs out. This is the approach you want to be taking. Down into 4th. Late shift up. Yeah. So Westhoff has got it. This is the best approach through there, I think. It's definitely the approach I take. That doesn't mean anything though, because I'm quite bad. If we start to see some of the other drivers do that though, we can confirm it. But Westhoff looking to improve. It might have invalidated this one too. And if that's the case, that's a shame. Does have the red line on the map, so is up on their previous time though. We've got a Ferrari parked around here somewhere. Yeah, he's still going around, burning energy, but isn't going to improve and is now out of ERS, so isn't going to be able to go again. Could just be putting in the laps though for practice. We're going to follow on with Coutinho next, the other Haas, who's just crossing the line to start their lap. And just behind, I think we have Dudification on a hot lap too, so so 6th for Coutinho. Changes back down though. Yeah, this is good. Throws it out really wide to cut back across for that tricky uphill corner. This is looking very clean for Coutinho. Cuts that nicely too. Keeps off that one. This is impressive driving here. Coming down into the tricky hairpin. You can go into 1st for that, just for the extra rotation, but it's not really necessary. Uses all of the track on the exit there, has gapped Dudification a bit, so doesn't necessarily mean anything, but possible purple sector 2 there from Coutinho. This could be a very competitive lap that we're witnessing here. Has to finish it off clean, and does. Oh, pulls in though. No. Coutinho, why? Okay. So out on the track, just coming through sector 1, we see Pentagonial on the uphill bit. Oh, collect some of the grass. That's dodgy. Big old yellow flags out on the map. Yeah, look, touching the grass there feels very, very scary. Keeping it tight across here though to the right hand side to set up for the next corner. Late downshifts, but otherwise taking a very nice line. Possibly can run out onto that curb a little bit more, but chooses to keep it very much on the track. This is obviously a flat out. We don't want to see any lifting through there. This could be a lap that Pentagonial's just coming back in on though. No, so is going to the line. We see the fuel light flashing. Does improve, but only does improve, but only by 300ths, and decides that maybe that was the best that they were going to get. Luckily, no cars behind setting a time, so we don't see any disruption. Well, hopefully not. I mean, is that Vedux coming along? No, it's Viking. So, is there going to be a car? No, it's gone. Well, that's good. We see the leftover wheel, though. So, Viking sets a time up into 5th. will be getting out of the way for his teammate VDux, who's coming in to do one more improvement lap. Just behind we see Sinker. So we're going to check VDux and see if they've... Alright, so not going into 7th. That's progress right there. Good short shifts up. Vikings started qualifying. What has the world come to? Yeah, maybe... Look, there's a lot of restarts because the game's buggy, and so maybe just trying to avoid being where that carnage usually happens, where people don't, for one reason or another, they're not connected or something goes on. I don't know. Fix the game, please, Codemasters, or at least make the new one good. So Sinker is also on a lap. We have O10s out. Dudification, that is quite wide from Sinker, but doesn't seem to have invalidated, so it's worth going to the end. We're going to see first how VDux goes. Clean exit, I'm estimating 3 safety cars, 1 from me. Hopefully not, RDAPT. Let's do our best to keep it clean. So VDux crosses the line, improves. Deku, we flick to just at the right time to see them skating through Sector 1. So Deku will not be improving their time. Further along we have O10s, who is in 4th, has the opportunity now to move up a couple of spots. Just about to cross into Sector 3, so we'll see what time they're on. Ooh! Okay, so they're up 3/10, which is enough to move up into P3. Hopefully that little touch of the grass doesn't affect that. Or seeing a Ferrari mount the curbs in a chicane though, that's giving me flashbacks to last night. So O10s with a 129 flat moves up into 2nd place. Very good stuff. Westhoff coming through that chicane too. We don't see how much they are up, but gets a 129.3, I think, so that could be 3/10 up on where they were. So that's, I think, enough for 5th. I'm not sure, we'll have to double check. So VDux O10s on the first row, the front row. Deku Gares, Westhoff does get into 5th with that time. Viking in 6th. Then we've got Sinker, Aladdin, Valhalla, Pentagonial rounding out the top 10. RDAPT, Catino, Dudification, Loggy Bear, and who's at the bottom? HK with that unfortunate accident. DJ Millsy, Apex, and that Aussie dude with no time set. So they will start at the back. All of them with a free choice of tyre. So while we wait for the load-in, let's check one more time if we can. Nope, we can't. I deleted the picture of the standings, so we're all going to have to remember that VDux is in the lead. And there's other stuff going on, probably. Alright, here we go. So 30 seconds, we can see the cars on the grid to the right. You can see some stewards just waiting to pick up some debris. They are ready to go. And hopefully we should get a nice clean race. This Sector 1 though, it's pretty famous for some lap 1 spins. Surely somebody's going to. You get pushed off the line and it's a struggle. Alright, 5 lights, and away we go. So not all the cars moving. HK gets a rough start, is right back. VDux with a huge gap though. We're going to quickly flick back down the pack. O10s and Gares going side by side. O10s with the slightly better line. We're all settling into single file, kind of. Stinker and Pentagonial, is that? Yeah, they were just side by side for a little bit. Pentagonial just slides in front. We see Catino. Is that an accident? No, has just dropped down a little bit. All the way back to the front now. We can ride on board with... so we're on with Deku at the moment. Viduck's already, again, away a little bit. Catino and Apex having a bit of a scrap. DJ Millsy and Apex alongside each other. This is sketch, because you don't really know where this is going to end up. Okay, so DJ Millsy pretty clearly ahead there. Let's flick back to the front and see if we can catch anything. So we've got Viducks. O10's getting a little bit of a gap now. We see O10's being the first driver to knock over that bollard. But sort of 7/10, 8/10. Loggy Bear getting a penalty for corner cutting already somehow. That's not ideal. Yellow flags. Who's that? Dudification has got some damage and he's just going to be able to flick into the pits. Very lucky. A little bit further back there we've got this sort of pack right at the back. These people that didn't qualify, they've managed to... Oh, Deku's picked up a penalty for cutting corners. That's a lot of corners to cut in one lap. So Loggy Bear sort of being a... Ooh, DJ Millsy a little bit wide there. Let's bring up some data so that we can check what everyone's doing. So we've had not too much in the way of position changes. Gares on the mediums. It's up into 4th. Rest of the mediums are all at the back. But DJ Millsy, Apex, that Aussie dude, they're all lining up behind Loggy Bear. And when DRS comes on, they'll be hoping to make a move. So we see lap 9 to 11 is the pit stop strategy for the soft tyre starts. As DJ Millsy just manages to get ahead at a very strange time. Ooh, Apex really kind of close, but pulls it up in time. Lap 2 Japan, no deaths, wouldn't believe it. Nah, you wouldn't, would ya? It's pretty crazy. With DRS on, that's insane. Well done, everyone. So we saw the Viking just get ahead of Westhoff. Viking obviously back up into 5th. Oh no, actually would have started 6th, I think. Is that DJ Millsy all the way back there with another spin? It is. So DJ Millsy struggling on the medium tyres. Pentagonial, Aladdin. Oh, so Aladdin is out. Virtual safety car. Ardapt is out. No, what's happened, guys? What has happened? Oh, it's just Sector 1, I think. It's just been a bit of an accident. Full safety car. Damn. Damn. I missed that. But we might be able to just see what happens if Aussie Dude gets a bit of a move on for me. Yeah, okay, well, there's a car for sure, and then there's another one. That doesn't really explain too much. Yeah, I mean, there's the front left missing, so it looks like maybe they've just understeered onto the grass, which has flipped them around. They bounced off the wall. Oh, big shame there for Aladdin and Ardapt. This does give Dudification a chance to... No, Dudification. Alright, I was going to say it gives him a chance to catch back up. Can pit and serve that penalty. Or is that a drive-through? Yeah, maybe can't serve that. Still speeding. No, 2 drive-throughs? Or is that just the same one? I don't know what's going on. Slow down, Dudification. It's okay. So we see basically all the soft runners come out onto mediums, getting their tyre change. Admiral spun and didn't ghost in time, so Waving cost. So waving costs my control. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like there was a spin and a ghosting issue. You were trying to move out of the way where you are, Adapt. Like, trying to get around him. That's brutal. Yeah, I think sometimes... Yeah. I think sometimes it's better off just to not have ghosting so you always know where you stand. Where sometimes you can, you know, you can expect something to happen and the car to ghost and it just doesn't. And you're like, well, what was I supposed to do? Damn, that's a shame. Alright, let's see how we're going. So DJ Millsy, Deku, Valhalla, Loggy Bear, all with the 3-second penalties. Studification with a drive-through. Cannot serve that under safety car. So we'll have to wait until the safety car comes in. DJ Millsy up 13 spots. Apex as well up 13 spots. They started on the medians, of course. So they've overtaken everyone that pitted. HK Racing, huge result. Up into 5th. Again, hasn't pitted though, so it's not going to make much of a difference. 3 laps isn't going to change too much. So these medium runners, only thing is they're going to have to swap tyres before the end of the race. Whereas these people that are on mediums, ooh, they can just stay on mediums. Go on to another set and they'll be fine. So let's check. So VDux, Gares, Millsy, Apex, HK all have not stopped. So the front 2 and then the back 3. Deku chose to stop. O10s. So we see the only drivers still in their original position are VDux in first, obviously, and Pentagonial, who had made some inroads, but then chose to pit, so has dropped back a little bit. But yeah, this is going to shake out to be a bit of an interesting restart, I think. Gaz looked to be off the track just then, so that's concerning. Anyway, the problem with restarts here is obviously it bunches the field up and you get just a replay of the first lap, basically, where if you go slightly off the line and the car sticks to the line, you are just screwed, and you got to let like 12 cars go past you and rejoin at the back. Gares has left the session, so some standard Gares connectivity issues coming through. Hopefully that fixes itself soon. With that being said, I've just remembered that I did not mute the drivers, so I'm gonna just bring up the thing and do that real quick. We do have the safety car restarting, but you can never be too careful. Sometimes people get heated in the moment. Alright, and we're back. So we're going to see the safety car restart. Gez has not joined back, which puts Millsy and Apex in a really tricky spot following behind. We see, is there a car there? No, that is the Ghost. So it's going to be tricky to follow along with that, I think. Deku making it through. Dudification choosing to serve their drive-through now. We're going to bring up the tyres. Sinker with a penalty. So Gares and Viking swapping spots. Viking back on the move. Who's behind? Westoff is behind. So things staying pretty stable for now. DJ Millsy with the soft tyres getting the jump. Deku up into 4th. Unfortunately, we've lost our splits for now, but they'll come back once we go across the line. We got yellow flags. Can't see any cars facing the wrong way. Everyone coming through there nicely. O10's obviously right on the back of HK. HK using a little energy, but O10's with the faster time is just going to go straight past. Oh, a little bit of a tap there, maybe? Not sure, but none of the cars seem too affected by it. HK definitely getting the hang of this engine braking through Sector 1. Big improvements from Quali, keeping it well off those tricky curbs, but behind a little bit of a pack forming. Gares, Viking, HK, Westoff. So we could see some moves here. Yeah, we do. Oh, HK just misjudges that. We see Viking coming up alongside. We might see him fighting that back a little bit. No, he's going to tuck back in behind. HK just runs on the curb there, though. Trying to keep on the back of Gares. Using some energy to do so. So we've got the two soft runners. Their tyres are going to fall off in about 5 laps. Or less, really. It could be 3 to 5 laps. Viking looking up the inside. There is going to get the better run. So we're going to drive on board with Viking and see. Has the straighter run. Is in the slipstream. Is very cleanly getting alongside HK there. A little further back we see Valhalla, I think, getting in front of Pentagonial, who drops back into 11th now. But yeah, HK definitely forming a bit of a block in the race so far. Has the slightly older mediums, so that's understandable. Oh, heard a little bit of contact there, I'm not sure from who. Apex, though, on these mediums, doing a great job holding on to DJ Millsy. Vidux is gone, 2-second gap now. Deku as well, just sitting here, is staying inside DRS range. And then it's a long while back, we can see O10's all the way down the straight there. Dudification has retired, and a full safety car. That seems to be on the Sector 1 curves. Oh dear. Okay, calm down. We're under safety car. So who pits? Vidux pits. DJ Millsy pits. Deku pits. Who stays out? Apex stays out on the same tyres. Interesting. HK, Gares, well, they're all coming in. Is Pentagonial going to come in? Has already come in, so doesn't need to. So now they're up into 6th. So Pentagonial basically regains that position from where they were before that first safety car. So Viking, though, all the way up into 3rd now. And this is interesting. So Vidux is right in that window where the soft tyres were falling off. This is a perfectly timed safety car for him. And who else was up the front on those tyres? Must have been Deku and DJ Millsy. And Apex, of course, stayed out. So Apex, this is a strange choice. Let's check on the stops so far. So Apex, the only driver yet to stop. Now, if there's another safety car in... This is the Japan, I know, yeah. Cat bringing up a good point there. Yeah, this is how it usually goes. But for those first few laps, very clean. And really, like, it sounds like Aladdin had a spin, which caused a bit more damage than probably would have otherwise had the ghosting come in. And Dudification, I don't really know that it needed to be a full safety car for Dudification. He was in Sector 1, the rest of the field was nowhere near him. I feel like the game should... It shouldn't recreate safety car conditions from a real race. It should recreate them for the game. And, you know, there's no risk of anything happening. So, like, why not just make it a virtual safety car? The game should, in my opinion anyway, definitely rely heavily on virtual safety cars. Because this sort of thing, you know, a driver that's sort of like lost touch with the pack is sort of in a race of his own. I mean, had his drive-through served, you know, was well out of the way. So it didn't need to be a full safety car. That's right, Codemasters, hire me. Make the decisions for the next game. Can't do any of them, but I can tell you guys what to do. Yeah, look, I'm just filling in time at this point. My usual co-commentator, Hickey Cat, is unwell, and so he usually fills in this time with the banter. But yeah, Apex could be in with a good strategy here if he can hold on to this first place. He's up 16 places, so definitely a driver of the day result if they happen to finish him first. Has only got like 4 lap older tyres than O10's, Viking, Westhoff, pretty much the rest of the field. Sinker on hards, that's got to be a struggle around here. That's a rough tyre choice. So, Dudification in the chat apologising for the safety car. And of course, we all forgive Dudification. It's just one of those things, you know, sometimes it happens. And if the game was better, it wouldn't need to happen. So we got the restart. Let's go. So who are we going to follow on with? Let's have a look at Westhoff for this one. We're going to ride on board. Apex is gone, by the way. Absolutely gone. 1.6 second gap just off the restart. So O10's possibly caught napping a little bit there. Viking right on the back. Same with Westhoff. We see the cars behind. Valhalla, Pentagonial, Sinker. Forming that top 7 of people that have stayed out. And as I say that, V-Dux is a very speedy driver. You see DJ Millsy and Sinker battling it out. So we should expect V-Dux to be cutting through the field a little bit. Is that a safety car worthy crash? Was that DJ Millsy? Yes, it was. Come off at that hard braking zone. These tyres are going to be hot, so needs to play it careful around here. Good job. Alright, so back to V-Dux, who should be cutting his way through the field on these fresher tyres. Has Pentagonial next up. Deku also trying to cut through the field. We're going to switch back to Sinker, who's kind of getting run off a little bit by Deku, who has the inside line. Gares is going to go around the outside too. Sinker should be able to hold this, but Gares breaks later and has the medium tires, so therefore wins. V-Dux though, and Valhalla, and Deku all making it around Pentagonial. And we see Gares as well. What happened there? Contact between Valhalla and Deku, possibly. But I feel like Pentagonial just got gobbled on that straight by like 3 cars, but that was weird. Back down into 8th now. Deku is back on the track though, is going for a very cheeky overtake here on Sinker, who's getting a bit wild and out of shape. Where's Sinker? Is still on the track. Oh geez, this is popping off right now. Millsy and Loggy Bear trading positions at the rear. We see the cars behind all filtering in nicely. So yeah, Deku really wants to be making short work of this pack and hanging on to the back of Gares. Valhalla we see goes a little wide. Deku using the energy. Deku spinning kind of looked like desync. Yeah, could have been. I mean, you can never tell, can you? But Pentagonial going for a move up the inside, maybe. Ooh, okay. Went for a move, but then kind of slowed down. Jeez, this is some scary stuff. Deku with the much better exit. Using the energy now. No rear wing open for Pentagonial just yet, but is using some energy by the look of it. In the meantime, V-Dux has managed to overtake Westoff, so is now chasing down his rightful place in first. But yeah, as Drix mentions in the chat, yeah, it could have been desync there on that little collision. I mean, you can never tell with this fucking game, can you? Jesus, fix it, please. But anyway, every time I click something, it changes the gap, so we lose it. That's my bad. So a little bit further back, we've got Sinker, who is kind of stabilizing a bit on these hard tires. But behind him, HK on fresh mediums, Aussie Dude on fresh softs. They'll both be looking to make moves soon. Viking is right on the back of Otens coming up to this DRS straight. Will Otens have the rear wing open? No. So Viking potentially with a pass here. Looks to move up the inside, but doesn't go for it. The battery is very, very drained. Was on 11% down that straight. If we head a little further back though, we've got Deku, Valhalla, Pentagonial, Sinker just behind. We can see not shifting down into 4th for that, but maybe not necessary. Especially as the fuel gets lighter. Deku just making it in front of an invisible Gares, who is looking to rejoin soon. But Valhalla gets in front. Pentagonial is going to be wanting to get in front soon too, and does, pretty much immediately. So, big shame for Gares with this connection issue. He was in a really good spot. But if we look to the front, we see the 13-lap-old mediums of Apex. There's cars catching up. Otens, Viking. Where's V-Dux? V-Dux is catching up too. And we see, no, HK has lost it. Coming out onto the straight. A kick of oversteer. has resulted in massive front wing loss, and with literally no surprises for anyone, Apex comes into the pits, will come out on soft tyres that will probably only need to do 10 laps. And so this is definitely perfect for Apex. Apex has got their pit off, they've done one. They'll come out in 4th on what is probably the perfect tyre for the rest of the race. Strangely though, Pentagonial stays out on 10 lap old mediums, and that Aussie dude on 7 lap old softs. So these will not go to the end, definitely. Pentagonial could make this work. That's doable. This isn't. So, could be a mistake there. We'll have to see what Aussie dude's plan is. But yeah, so 7 laps, that's going to be at least 17. Although a couple of them under safety car, so it's really not going to matter though. The max that the strategy said that they could do was 11, so that means they can probably do 14. Loggy Bear though with a penalty. And so that brings us to the inevitable counting of the penalties. Loggy Bear 8 seconds so far. So that's a drive, no, not a drive-through. That'll be 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags and 3 for corner cutting. Coutinho in 12th with 3 seconds, and then DJ Millsy, Sinker, Valhalla, Deku, all with 3 seconds. Interesting. So let's bring back the position changes. So we see Pentagonial now up 8 spots, Aussie Dude up 15, and Apex up 13. So we do see Aussie Dude come in, so that's good. Potentially wants to come out on softs, and does. So he's going to have the fresher tyres to the end if we don't get another safety car. But does mean that they're going to rejoin the race in last. Other good results so far. I mean, Viking, Valhalla keeping very stable. DJ Millsy up 6 spots. Aussie Dude, even though he's joining the back of the pack with the DNFs we've had, is up 4 spots. Gares is obviously been having connection issues. I wonder if they're back now. Yeah, so rejoining just to do the safety car. So we can expect big things from Gares and Aussie Dude for the rest of this race. Alright. Let's see what we're going for with tyres. So Pentagonial can try to make these last to the end. VDUX probably will. Apex on the best tyres. O10s is going to be struggling for a little bit to keep Viking, Westhoff, and especially Deku behind. And then also Valhalla, Sinker, and Millsy have chosen the mediums too. Everyone else though on softs. Coutinho of course on 2-lap-old softs. They will go to the end, but it will be a lot worse than for these fresh ones. So safety car in this lap. Apex just nailed the last restart, so we might watch his restart and see how that goes. So behind we have O10s and then a big gap. Viking is renowned for leaving a big gap, keeping it safe. So VDUX is off. Pentagonial is off. Deku with a 3-second penalty. Apex though just getting past Pentagonial. Could be some team orders there. And if so, that's very sporting from Pentagonial. Loggy Bear and Catino switching spots. O10's looking at the rear end of Pentagonial now. It will really be all about who can get past Pentagonial now with these very old tyres. Oh, okay, this is getting scary. Pentagonial is markedly slower on these older tyres. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a real struggle, especially with these people on soft tyres. I mean, even O10's passed somewhere where you normally wouldn't see a pass happen. We'll see what Viking manages to do. Big gap though to Westhoff. Aussie dude making some inroads. Gare's already up 2 spots. Or maybe even 3. So the Viking using the energy. Not sure that you want to here. It's running out of space. Okay, that's a rough spot for Pentagonial. Like not a lot you can do. Deku though and Westhoff battling it out. DJ Millsy looking for a pass up the inside. Who breaks later? Oh, Sinker keeps out of harm's way very nicely. It's right on the back. Deku makes it by Pentagonial. Same with Westhoff, possibly. This is what I mean about this section, though. You get off the racing line, and it is a nightmare. And so Westhoff tries to just follow Deku round, but Pentagonial does a good job defending there. Has cars just queuing up behind there. We can see the whole line of them. And so this is going to be a big struggle for the rest of this race. Still another 9 laps to go. And these tyres are just going to get harder and harder to drive. The Viking closing up on the back of O10s. We're going to keep an eye on that. But for now, most of the action is going to happen here. Westhoff with a good exit. Chooses the outside line. Leaves the space all the time. You have to leave the space. Yeah. Passes off track, but that's pretty fair. I mean, not much else you can do. Definitely cuts that corner, though. DRS is enabled. Not for this straight, though. Viking with the fastest lap, closing up on the back of O10s. Pentagonial goes for the move back on Westhoff. Not sure if there was damage there, but is off the line, so could potentially suffer a couple more overtakes. This is not the place you want to do it, though. Gares, Millsy, Sinker, everyone just on the tail of Pentagonial here. This is gonna create some drama. Sinker even, all the way back in 11th, all the way up to 7th. There's this big train going, and eventually this is gonna get derailed for somebody. Gares following like obscenely close to Valhalla, like managing to just judge the distance so well. That's got to be scary if you're Valhalla, right? Just having that orange nose pointing into your gearbox the whole time. Sinker, though, a little bit further back, is closing up on DJ Millsy. This is where the action's going to happen. So we're going to follow on board with Pentagonial, but looking backwards, we're going to see Valhalla go first. And Valhalla takes the clean overtake. Millsy moves over to get the slipstream. So there goes one. There goes one for now. We're going to see what Millsy can do through here. Millsy closing up. Coutinho and Loggy Bear swapping positions. Gares in the pits now. Coming out on fresh softs. Going to be very clean tyres for the rest of the race. Yellow flag though, Loggy Bear in sector 1. A couple corners after where we lost dutification. Loggy Bear is back on the move though. Pentagonial, I think, going to be struggling to hold on to points here. Could potentially hold on to a couple from penalties. Maybe that was the decision behind staying out on track. VDux with his patented 2-second gap. But with the better exit, DJ Millsy looking to go around the outside. This has happened quite a few times now to Pentagonial. Oh, and I'm not sure if there was contact there or if it was just like driving into a space that was just disappearing, but that is quite unfortunate. DJ Millsy though, with the rear wing open, wants to look for it but isn't going to. Very, very wise there. Yeah, don't know what happened with that crash. Like I say, that's not a place where you normally would see people overtake. Most people just will hang on, wait until the straight, and then do their overtaking there. So I'm not sure why we've seen so many people going for it there. It seems unnecessary. But people obviously wanting to get by. So Gares now on the fresh softs. Same with Pentagonial and Loggy Bear, all on fresh softs. We'll be looking to make the most of the last 6 laps that we have. Further up the field though, we can have a look at Viking, who is still hanging on to O10s. But O10s with 50% ERS, Apex with 50%. VDux has used a little bit more, but is probably just trying to maintain that gap. Viking is pitting. Very interesting. Can the tyres not go to the end? Like, I feel like they can. Even with full fuel load, they were saying that they can do 11. Like, surely they can do 12, 10, or whatever it was now. But Viking says no. So there you go, it comes out. We see Gares setting the fastest time, so it could be that these new tyres are worth it. But what kind of lap time is VDux doing? We saw a 129.9, I think, there on the fastest lap. So really, to be worth it for Viking, he's going to have to be doing... I mean, he's going to have to be like 3 or 4 seconds a lap faster than Deku to make this worth it. Yeah, not sure about it. Further back though, O10s and Apex. Very, very close. Actually, seeing Ferraris mount these curbs is really putting me off. Yeah, so O10's with a 131.2, so he's going around the outside here. That's not usually the way you want to do it. Apex is late on the brakes and manages to hold it. DJ Millsy and Valhalla getting very close. Valhalla getting a little squeamish, and so leaves the door open for Millsy, who's now on the line. Valhalla tries to turn across like that car isn't there, but it is, so he turns straight into it. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, you get put off the line, somebody sticks the nose up, and then what do? You either take the corner like they're not there, or you... and we see the wing. So that could be just some frustration there from Valhalla. Sinker now going around the outside. Aussie Dude going to be looking to Sinker, we see with a very wide line to compensate for that strange movement from Valhalla. Aussie Dude going to be looking for this right here, right now, but might have to wait. We get a YouTube link in the chat from a Facebook user, but I am not clicking anything on the stream, I'm afraid. I don't like living dangerously. But yeah, if you let me know who you are, because I can't see. HK sent it for you to watch later. Awesome. Love a good HK video. By the way, if you haven't seen HK's YouTube videos, check them out. Some good content on there. Anyway, back to the race. What do we got? So, Apex is still just on the back of O10's. VDUX maintaining this 2-second gap. Both of these guys not burning energy, so still sat around 50%. It's a pop moment. Oh dear. Not good. A little bit further back, we've got Aussie Dude trying to make his way around a long way. Isn't going to get it. He's burning energy all along here. I feel like better off saving that for the next straight. DJ Millsy taking it wide. Give the opportunity for Aussie Dude to just have the shortest possible line. I don't know, with the light flashing, this is going to be tough to hold this into the DRS zone. I don't know, Aussie Dude driving away quite fast though. DJ Millsy not burning the energy. Apex still holding on, so we could just see Apex bide his time. Wait until the end, go when O10s won't get the DRS to return. But these tyres... Gears in the pits? What? Must have had damage. There's been some very strange pit situations going on. Viking up into 9th, so I think we can pretty conclusively say that pitting again is not really the call if you want to be contesting positions. He's just not going to get the use out of these new tyres. You know, they're going to be 4 laps old at the end. It's just not enough, right? Maybe 5 laps old. I don't know how to count. But... So we do see Apex on the straight gets in front of O10s. Now, there will be the opportunity for O10s to respond to this on the next lap, but it might not be enough time. We do see Viking get in front, so he's starting to claw that gap back, but like another 2 seconds until Aussie Dude isn't going to be able to catch Sinker. Maybe with penalties though, could move up a little bit. O10's keeping it close, right in that curve on the inside. That's some dodgy stuff. 4/10. This is getting close. Everyone else seems to be pretty stable. Nobody else in DRS zone, so it's just up to these two really. Both with no penalties. O10's had the chance to pass there, but chose not to, and is somewhat lifting to keep DRS for this straight. So O10s could just be on with a good strategy here. Needs a good exit. Valhalla picks up a penalty. I don't think O10s gets the exit he needs. Apex has got the energy to burn here, so has held on. So if O10s chose not to overtake there, that's a decision that might come back to bite him. Oh, yeah, okay, so we're seeing some curb riding. This is getting close. You don't want to be doing that. You're better off holding on to third than you are binning it. We don't want to see any last-minute Ferrari disasters. We've seen too many of them. So really, the only chance that this is going to have to change is probably going to be just after this next corner on that straight. If O10s can get a good run out again, it's down to 2/10. Who gets the better run? Both of them have the energy. Apex is slowly getting caught. They're both using up everything. O10s has the outside line. Apex on the inside. Who breaks latest? And it is Apex that comes out on top of that. That was massive. So VDAX crosses the line in first, then it's Apex, then it's O10s. Deku somehow manages to park it on the line. Westhoff coming home in fifth. A magnificent result for Westhoff. Sinker in sixth for now with penalties. Aussie Dude moves up into sixth, and so does Viking into seventh. So Sinker drops down to 8th. DJ Millsy, Catino just crossing the line now. Pentagonial down in 11th. Safely making their way over the chicane. So yes, in 11th there, Pentagonial. Valhalla crosses the line. Gares is taking it nice and slow. We're getting some doughies. No, we're getting a disqualification for driving the wrong way soon. We see Loggy Bear cross the line. And that finishes us off. So, RDAPT, I'm estimating 3 safety cars. Was that 3 safety cars? I think it was, right? So, it's huge from RDAPT. So we can see on the podium there, the celebrations. Very good. So, VDUX started first, finished first. Continues their run with amazing results in the championship. Not sure if it's all wrapped up yet, but it probably is. But next week, when my co-commentator is back, we will double check. Apex with a huge result from 17th to 2nd. That is pretty obviously a driver of the day for me. O10s drops 1 spot. Deku drops a spot. Westhoff is putting in an admirable performance there, keeping on to their grid position. And yeah, Viking manages 7th, so moved down 1 spot, but after that pit, not sure what to go with those 5th or 5 lap to go pits. That's a strange one from me. I don't really know what that's about, but there you go. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for the chat. I will watch that video too that HK sent, because I always like a video that HK sends. Yeah, so... Oh, actually, let's just check it out on... Oh my god. Yeah, okay, this... Yeah, we gotta... Can we watch this on stream? Is that something that we can do? Is that... Surely. Let's, Let's see. Is this even how you do this, or...? Apparently it is. There you go. Let's look. I didn't show that off probably as well as it could have been, but
And a very big hello, everybody.
Oh, no.
Welcome along to a round of the Global Race.
oh no. Now we're showing more of his content. Anyway, that's a bit of a shout out. Watch some of HK Racing's content. It's the man's got an amazing voice, as you just heard there, and yeah, they're good videos. And that was crazy. There were like 4 cars off the road. So well done, HK, for avoiding that. Gez says my game don't like me. Yeah, look, man, you do tend to have a bit of connection problems, right? Like, what's going on with that? Can we fix that? Is it like an internet problem? Is it your game crashing? Yeah, I don't know. That's rough though. Game just keeps crashing over and over. Well, that ain't right. I mean, I could... It's the only game that crashes. Look, if there was going to be one game that crashes again and again, it would be this one. I don't know. Hopefully the next one's better for you. But damn, that sucks. It's got to be frustrating too, because you're always on the pace, and then every now and then I just see you fall like 6 spots. Anyway, hopefully we can get Gears a fix for that. Maybe when the next game comes out, it's better. Have a good night. Yeah, have a good night, Gears. Thanks for participating in the race. Thanks for joining me in the chat. Thanks, everyone, for joining me in the chat. I'm heading off. Next week, we will be back once again. Who and where will we be? It's going to be USA. Ugh. Yes, USA next week. So we'll see then. And yeah, good luck everyone. Stay safe.